Fasten your seatbelts, lift your eyes to the glorious blue skies and enjoy the journey. As the scenery flickers past, behold the beauty of the open road. Through the journey's twists and turns, discover a network of provincial roads that forms the lifeblood of the great Limpopo.
What I can say is that we have stabilized the organization in terms of leadership. We have put internal controls in place to cap things like irregular expenditure, but of course there is still room for improvement. And we also made sure that the team, our staff, work as a collective in achieving a common goal of infrastructure delivery. In all our projects, we use them as vehicles for job creation, in the sense that we ring-fence close to 30% of the contract value to support businesses in the project area. And then one that I can highlight is in the area where we are, at Rapasha Mamburu. And last year, this time, it was gravel. If you go there now, you will be driving on a tarred road. One of the roads that will be resealing here, we're doing it in partnership with Dubazikro. And then in the same area down the road, we're doing a project with Marula Platinum. They're contributing about 32 million. And again, in the same area of Skukune, working with Anglo American Platinum, they're contributing close to 40 million.
We started in RAL of engaging private sector in the construction of roads. And quite interestingly is that most of the mining companies in particular were quite happy in coming in with us to build these roads. You will know that in the last weeks we were launching the project in Lephalale with Exaro, which was an exciting project. The 12-home project also, exciting project. The projects in Begersford are going to be exciting projects, but also we have engaged farmers also, and we're trying to see how we can then work with them to ensure that we deliver this road infrastructure.
Skukunese district municipality is the district with the most untarred roads. So the partnership in this regard with RAL is important for infrastructure development as far as roads is concerned and road networks. Identifying strategic roads, that will be roads that go to schools, clinics, hospitals, and all other strategic places, but also identifying economic roads that would obviously help towards developing the economy of this district. Development is a bit hampered because other areas that we need to develop, we do not have tar roads going to those areas. That is a challenge. The skill base that RAL has got would want to tap into that in as far as engineering is concerned, planning, design, and GIS. That's very critical for us.
The first thing that the board did on our appointment was to do a risk assessment. First and foremost were obvious findings from the Auditor General, who talks about vacant positions. Secondly, the culture within the organization. Thirdly, the biggest problem that the roads agency has was the issue of procurement. And then overall, then we had to put the governance in place, strengthening of internal controls, and then bringing new people as well with new culture basically. Our target was to obtain unqualified audit opinion. We've got the qualified audit opinion. We are aiming for the current financial year to obtain a clean audit. Along the way, we also want to comply with best practice. So we're no longer only turning around the organization, but we're introducing best practice. Best practice, for instance, now if you look at the composition of the board, we have appointed more people. There is the 3 external chartered accountants who sit on our audit committee. We've created a finance committee which is in line with KEN 3, and we're looking into the possibility of also adapting to the recent KEN 4. There were 2 historical issues. The one of irregular expenditure, that dates back to 2009. And there was the issue of the asset register. RAL was the only one that was managing it in-house with no capabilities. So we've also managed to bring people in-house who have experience in asset management. And we've also involved CSIR to assist us because they've got information about the roads network of the whole of South Africa. The most critical thing to do is to participate in the economic growth of the province. The issue of job creation is central in terms of what we need to do to contribute to the economy of the province.
The bulk of the work here was to the replacement of an old AMCO pipe, which is a steel bridge that has experienced corrosion over time due to the constant running water. The community is pretty well pleased because at the end of the day, this road it's a road that is used by major trucks to supply Zanin for the farmers around here, because they're also supplying the pine trees to other people in Joburg, in Polokwane. We've known RAL to be doing major roads projects that really serve a very huge economic and also a social function to people. With RAL, all of that is possible, because if you can look at this road without RAL, then where are you going to drive?
We are proud. No more potholes. Just want to say thanks to Limpopo Road Agency for the best job that they've done for us. We as the business next to the road, we are proud because there's less traffic, no accident.
In so many places I can see they're building new roads. And obviously while they are busy building, it's kind of a frustration, but obviously when it's done, it's absolutely awesome. And I'm really impressed with the condition of our roads.
Linking communities, enabling business, taking you home, make a connection, take the road less traveled. Journey on, the road is waiting for you. Quivering in the heat of the Limpopo summer, safely marked for the early morning mists as you leave the city lights behind.
Roads Agency Limpopo can assure you that we are determined to make a difference, and we are determined to contribute to the economy of the province through our projects, because we understand that the road network is the vein of the economy and is the way that you can use to build businesses in different areas.
Connecting our province, energizing our villages and towns, linking us all together, the lifeblood of Limpopo, the Roads Agency Limpopo, together for better roads.